Welcome to About a Song with Smith and Calvert,
a 12-episode weekly video podcast where we play one of our songs, talk about how it was written, songwriting, and life.
Hope you enjoy.
Made the mountains here. I live way up in the air where the sky is clear. I have no reason to roam. All that you see, I'm made to be at home. I'm the first to greet the sun. Tuck him in when his day is done. When he refuses to shine, I tell him rest today. It'll be just fine. When the morning wind does blow, I'm the first to really know the sun is setting. He'll go behind the world where he likes to make his nest. I smooth the earth to make the plains. I gave the buffalo for your game. I watched you grow and multiply. Set out in wooden boats. You conquer and you die. When the morning wind does blow, I'm the first to really know the sun is setting in the west. He'll go behind the world where he likes to make his nest. Reaching out for the stars, you scar the earth with your plastic and cars. Now you're reaching for the sky. It's cold away from this world of mine. And when the morning wind does blow, to really know the sun is setting in the west. He'll go behind the world where he likes to make his nest. And when the morning wind does blow, I'm the first to really know the sun is setting. He'll go behind the world where he likes to make his nest.
Hi, this is Michael Smith.
My name is Leah Calvert. Welcome to the 10th episode of About a Song.
Yeah, so we've had a 2-week vacation. I went down to Florida with my family for a week, and a week before that, you went. Where did you go?
Pawleys Island.
So yes, we've had a little bit of break, and so now we're back, and we're going to do a song that Leah was a main writer on called "The Shepherd."
The Shepherd.
Yep.
That's pretty fun. But first, we need to talk about this wine that Michael brought today.
So today is the Sunday after I'm back from vacation, and so we started at like noon. So we're like, well, we're not going to drink a red wine. Let's do a white wine for the first time. So it's called Greetings from Willamette Valley Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris, right?
Gris.
Pinot Gris.
P.S. is silent.
It's real. What'd you think about it?
I was really happy, and I'm really happier even now.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's slightly sweet, which it's kind of a grapefruit.
Yeah, like a grapefruit sweet, not like one of those kind of candy barrel sweets.
Well, you know what it makes me think of? It made me think of like in the 80s when my parents would like try to be healthy for a little while, and they would eat like a grapefruit and sprinkle just a little bit of sugar on the top. That's what it tastes like to me.
I love that.
Sugared grapefruit.
We happened to get one the other day, and we had that exact
Did you put sugar on it?
No, but Tommy was talking about how his dad had done that as a kid, and I was like, yeah, and it was an exceedingly good grapefruit.
Yeah.
Just a little sweet, little tart. But this thing...
Well, I'll buy this again. And I'm not even a white wine guy.
Little effervescence.
All right, so we're done there. So, The Shepherd. So, this is yours. Why don't you start off and tell us a little about it?
Sure. It's funny. Like, I had been reading Anne Rice's Taltos, and it's about... Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
We're past that point. I was thinking a book that's maybe 30 years old. Spoilers. Probably a movie about it.
It'll suffice to say there's some vampires and there's some sexiness, but that's not what the song's about. But Anne Rice always has sexiness. She wrote all those like sexy books too. Anyway, this is not really one of them. Anyways, but it's a guy, he's like a vampire, old vampire, and he makes dolls, and he's like living above New York City, and there's like this one section where they talk about him living above New York, and he's like looking out like at what he sort of it sort of feels like the way she describes it as his empire. And he's also kind of this bigger than life sort of being, and so it was just this notion of this kind of superpower person looking out over something.
So Leah sent me the song, and she said, hey, here's the first beginning of the song. Go read Taltos again, which I have, but I didn't remember it, and I think that's what it's about. And so she sent it to me. And the first line was something like, I made millions here.
I'm making millions here.
I live way up in the air where the sky's clear. And so I sat on this, and I couldn't make it work, and I went and read a little Taltos. I didn't really read Taltos. But I did what I'll do with a lot of people. They send me songs. I pretty much took the song and completely rewrote it and sent her a completed song that was the melodies were a lot the same, but it's a completely different idea. And I changed it to talk about like a god or a deity. So instead of making it, I made millions here, I thought I made the mountains here. I live way up in the air where the sky's clear. And I was like, well, that makes me think of being like a god. There's no reason to roam. All of this you see I made to be our own. So it's this idea that he's a god and he made this world for him and humans to live in. And so I took that and sent it to her and said, hey, I hope you don't mind. I kind of took your little song and completely rewrote it and made it mean something completely different. But you took it well and actually liked it.
I took it well. Yeah, no, I mean, like you, that's part of the process is that you can't really hold on to your stuff super tightly. You gotta be willing to be vulnerable, and you gotta be willing to be told that. And honestly, at that point, I was kind of like,
there wasn't a really clear thing for it yet. It wasn't making 100%. And I do this a lot, so it's funny. Like, there's another one of her songs that we've been playing with forever, and then I went and rewrote it and sent it to her, and she was like, yeah, I just really don't like it at all.
I don't even think I told you I don't like it. I was just like, okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like faded into
This song
the
is now
darkness.
not on there. So, and another guy, right, with Jason Morrow, who he plays with his wife Lauren now under her name, he sent me a song and I completely rewrote it and sent it to him. He's like, hey. So we do that song. And so anyway. So the way that it worked, to get a little more detail, was you had the beginning part of the first two verses that I kept. So the first verse was, so I made mountains here instead of millions. I live way up in the air where the sky is clear. And then I add, I have no reason to roam. All of this, you see, I made to be our own. And then the first part of the next verse, which you wrote, was, I'm the first to greet the sun. I tuck him in when his day is done. And then I wrote, if he refuses to shine, I tell him rest today, and it'll be just fine. Yeah. And then the chorus was very similar.
Yeah, I think we had the melody already.
The melody was for both. The melody
yeah.
was there, and so I took some of those chorus and changed it a bit, but it was mostly there. And then I think I wrote the next two verses, and that was it. And then the little intro that happens in that song, I was messing with this open thing forever, this little floaty kind of a thing, and I was like, well, would this work? And it kind of did. And so it's funny, this is like, I feel like this song is real different than a lot of other songs because it's kind of new agey. I don't know, were you at like the sounds, like open stuff? Do you ever remember the label Wyndham Hill in the 60s?
Like the hotel?
No, the Wyndham Hill, there was this like, it was like kind of like Sugar, but it was like Sugar Hill or something. No, but it was like a new age, like guys were doing a lot of finger picking, new age kind of stuff, and it was a whole label that did that kind of stuff.
I don't think I'd like that.
No. Well, but anyway, the point is, this song kind of makes me think of it's like our Wyndham Hill song, even though I'm not finger picking. This is our Wyndham Hill song. For anyone out there who remembers Wyndham Hill. So, but anyway, that's it. It was, and it came together pretty quickly.
Yeah. This was definitely one of those ones that would just sort of plopped.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's this one.
Yeah.
So this is number 10. We only have 2 left.
We only have 2 left.
We got a bunch of extra songs, so we've got to decide which of the songs we're going to go in those 2.
Yeah.
So anyway, hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for so much.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Next time. Bye.